been a busy political week. We've had the results of the 5 state elections. The BJP has won big mandate in Bengal. It has come back to power in Assam. And of course, Tamil Nadu and Kerala going the opposition way. We also have had a clarion call by the Prime Minister earlier this week to conserve fuel, to think about work from home, to not buy gold ornaments. Let's try and make sense of what a busy political week this has been. I'm joined by a very special guest, the Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Mr. Kiren Rijiju. Thank you very much for speaking with us here on Frankly Speaking.
My pleasure.
First of all, many congratulations on the election results. I want to talk about Bengal to start with. First time the BJP is coming to power in that state. It had been like this unfinished agenda for your party and for your party leadership. What do you attribute the Bengal success for the BJP to?
The mandate which we got in West Bengal is not only historic, but it's a cultural victory for the nation. Because over the years we have seen West Bengal was slipping out of the ethos and ideas of India. The people who ruled West Bengal were treating West Bengal as if it is a separate unit, different from India. And the demographic shift, the political culture, the institutionalized corruptions, and everything, if you just count from 1 to 100, it's endless. When we were growing up as a child, West Bengal used to be our entry, to different world. The beginning was West Bengal. Calcutta was the center of the whole of Eastern India. In a way, Calcutta was center of India.
Yeah.
And then whole of Eastern India used to be dependent on Calcutta. From Guwahati, Tezpur, Shillong, we all used to converge to Calcutta for everything. Delhi was only the political capital. But in front of our own eyes, within one generation, how Calcutta slipped out of, favor. I mean, nobody is talking about Calcutta as a center of, investment, business, trade. It was just remaining as a few cultural centers. So we are extremely sad that West Bengal, the seat of so many things which began in India, and suddenly how West Bengal and Calcutta has been turned into. And then we started our campaign saying that it is not an election battle. It's not an electoral victory. The election victory in West Bengal is, in a way, I would say proudly, that it's a victory for the nation, because it's going to benefit tremendously to secure our nation, to bring back the real polity, the standardization of the politics. The actual polity will begin now. Earlier it was just a culture of violence. It was just a matter of, whoever is calling the shots. They don't follow any rules, any guidelines, any norms, nothing.
But Mamata Banerjee says, this is not a straightforward victory. You've used Election Commission, SIR, even on the day of counting, and even after that, she has refused to even resign. So how would you respond to that allegation?
Because Mamata Banerjee used to win by force only. There were never free and fair election. She won 3 times. She won by force, and before that, left used to do that. What left did, Mamataji battered it actually. Mamataji actually went a step ahead of the leftist. So, just after the counting, it was violence, perpetrated against those who have not supported them. So the fear was so much that nobody was even ready to speak out on the street about their political affiliations. That was the kind of rule of terror in West Bengal. So what happened in Bihar when Kejaro was specially appointed by the then Chief Election Commissioner?
Correct.
So before that, Bihar was also known as Jungle Raj.
Jungle Raj, yeah.
So when the Election Commission enforced it, that everybody must be allowed to vote freely, because voting without fear is a fundamental requirement of free and fair election.
Yeah.
So when the free and fair voting took place in Bihar, the Jungle Raj was swept away. In a similar way, when the Election Commission really cracked down on the institutionalized those mechanisms which the TMC developed,
Yeah.
they simply got demolished. And SIR is a normal process. People made it too big. SIR means, to be very precise, I should say that anybody who is Indian, genuine Indian, should be voter. Who is not genuine should not be voter. The one who is dead cannot be in the voter list. The one who is eligible should be in the voter list. It's as simple as that. SIR is basically a periodical exercise to clean the voter list. That's all.
So while you had tremendous success in Bengal, how come that success did not translate in Tamil Nadu, in
Tamil Nadu
Kerala?
is different,
Are you
The
disappointed?
ruling government did not win,
Yeah.
and we also didn't win. So somebody else, the cult factor, the actor came, and the youth and the certain sections of the society were swept away.
You think it's a cult factor that propelled Vijay to become...
Otherwise, what is his contribution? He is an actor, that's all.
So was it also wrong for you to, ally with the ADMK, sideline, some supporters say your Annamalai was sidelined?
The affiliations, alignments, alliances. These are, I think,
But broadly you say the cinema pull...
Basically, he was an actor, popular actor, and he won the election on the basis of his popularity.
Okay.
That's all.
In Kerala today, the Congress, after 11 days, has finally chosen a chief minister. And the BJP is already attacking him, saying that he's been put up by the IUML, the Muslim League.
That's open.
Why do you say that?
No, I'm not saying it.
Why is the BJP saying?
Indian Union Muslim League themselves said it, that they will have a say in the choice of the chief minister.
But they're a big alliance partner.
That's what I'm saying. That's what. So Congress, you also keep reporting that Congress victory in Kerala. It is not Congress alone. It's a coalition government. It's a UDF. And Congress and Indian Union Muslim League, they together become majority. Congress is not majority. Congress, I believe, is 63.
63,
Yeah.
correct.
In the House of 140.
140, yeah.
So it is not majority.
So this whole thing that he is propped up by the Muslim League, he will be favorable to the Muslim League, and he may not be, equally secular towards the Hindus.
That is what the Indian Union Muslim League had said, that they will have a say in the selection of the Congress leader to be the chief minister. So it is not us who said it. It is the Indian Union Muslim League. They said it, that they want their say who should be the chief minister of Kerala.
So now I want to come to after the elections. Just earlier this week, the Prime Minister, first in Hyderabad and then subsequently in Gujarat also, he issued a clarion call to conserve fuel, carpooling, use electric vehicles, don't buy gold for a year. Why do you think this appeal was made?
I think whenever there is extraordinary situation the country faces, as a leader of the nation, the Prime Minister will have to take a lead role, and that is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has been doing it. Imagine during the COVID time, if it was not Prime Minister Modi ji, I'm telling you honestly, we would have almost collapsed, a nation of India. That time we didn't even make the mask, oxygen cylinder, we didn't have in the beginning. And within few months, India was a leader, and we are exporting medicines to the whole world. That is leadership. So when India faced the COVID, the world struggled. India came out successfully. Now the West Asia crisis, it is not our creation. I keep telling the opposition party, why are you targeting Prime Minister and the government? It is a situation not created by India. But India is facing the difficulties because we are dependent on our imports for our energy needs. So, unfortunately, when the crisis in West Asia is dragging on, we have to prepare ourselves. No, we can't be at the mercy of the outside events and incidents. So Prime Minister has given a clarion call to conserve energy. Prime Minister has taken numerous steps over last 12 years to diversify our energy needs, to go towards a green energy, and also to have a better domestic production for our own need. So domestic consumption should be met maximum by the domestic production. That is the
correct
philosophy. So Prime Minister has done so many things. Despite that, India is the second largest importer of oil and gas. So that is why Prime Minister has given a clarion call to the nation. We as a citizen must listen to the leader when there is some crisis surrounding us within or outside. So this is not a normal time. I used to tell the opposition parties also when they wanted to raise this matter in the parliament. That why are you blaming the government? In the time of crisis, all parties should be supporting the government. So in the time of crisis, the nation should stand behind the leader, behind the Prime Minister. When it is a normal time, we can do politics. But when there is a crisis, we should not do politics. Critical time needs critical support from everywhere. So in this kind of crisis, I wish the opposition parties should stand behind the nation, behind the Prime Minister.
So, the opposition though is saying that why is the Prime Minister, why is the government issuing this call now? Because for 2 months, the war has been going on for the last 2 months. There was election campaigning, there was road shows, air shows, all kinds of amount of fuel was spent. Why wake up suddenly after 2.5 months?
Things have to be done step by step. No?
They're alleging...
if the war had stopped in 1 week time or 10 days, things would have been normal by now. But it is going on. The blockade is there in the Strait of Hormuz. The things are dragging on. One need not be too, naive to behave like something is oblivion about the situation. Everybody knows what is going on in the West Asia. So when it is dragging on, it will take a toll on the economy. So if we are dependent on the imports for our energy need, is it not a rational decision to consume less?
No, but their argument, the opposition's argument is you should have done this when the war began.
That's what I'm saying. No? Who would know that how long the war will go on? There are certain things which everybody should have a common sense to understand.
So just earlier this week, there was this import duty that's been raised on gold. Prime Minister also made that call, don't buy gold for the next 1 year. But Minister, that, in India, gold is a very sentimental thing. Households buy gold for marriages and all kinds of functions. Gold duty has been increased. Sugar exports have been stopped. Commercial LPG prices have been hiked.
Prime Minister thinks for the nation, and whatever he has appealed, it's only for the nation. If everybody follows Prime Minister's appeal, it will be good for the nation. So we have all cut our movement. I have told my officers in my ministry to cut down the energy uses by more than 50%.
50%?
I have given a target to my office that next month the total use of fuel should be cut by more than 50%. So how to do it, we'll see it. But our movement, my own security movement, all cut into sizes now. And nobody is traveling to foreign countries unless it is absolute essential to attend. And basically, when a nation of 1.4 billion listens to Prime Minister, it will have a huge impact. Like 140 crore people saving 1 liter each. That means 140 crore liters. So you can imagine the scale of how much impact it would bring if we listen to Prime Minister genuinely, not politically. This appeal is not political.
But are we looking at a lockdown or something of that sort? Because that's the big fear from 2021.
See, one should not just make any kind of claims to, create some kind of urgency or kind of a crisis. India is not facing crisis, but it is good to be prepared.
Okay. Just on this topic itself, the rupee has been, facing a lot of flack. It's now at 95. It's the lowest. Again, the opposition is saying when UPA was in power, BJP took out protests talking about how the rupee is falling. BJP took out protests about LPG prices. So now they are saying that we are
No, I will
returning in the
not
same.
compare between two regimes. The UPA 10 years rule, we have seen how country faced difficulties. There were no crisis outside. Remember, there were no COVID, no war, nothing.
Correct.
During UPA's 10 years rule.
Yeah.
Despite that, they had a policy paralysis. There was scandal after scandal, scams after scams. It was totally a collapse. At the fake end of the UPA too, the government was almost collapsed, leaderless. Power center was elsewhere, Prime Minister was somebody else, and the left hand doesn't know what right hand is doing. Each ministries are fighting against each other. There were no sense of semblance of governance during the UPA time. So the kind of difficulties we are facing with COVID, or then Ukraine, Russia conflict, then Israel, this Hezbollah, Gaza, and then of course the present Iran,
War.
US and Israel conflict. These are unfortunately happening during our tenure, but Prime Minister has managed it very well. My only limited point is, at this kind of crisis, how we are performing economically, you have to see and compare the situation. Secondly, the reduction in the excise duty, 10 rupees, diesel and petrol. Do you know how much the government has taken the load on itself? If you calculate, it will be unimaginable few years back to think that this kind of the burden has been absorbed by the government without passing on to the consumers.
Okay.
So these are a huge sacrifice we have to make.
I want to come to affairs in your ministry and the days before the elections happened in the special session of Parliament, the Women's Bill. You made an unsuccessful attempt to try and pass that, the constitutional amendment bill. It failed. Now, in hindsight, do you think you could have done something differently? Maybe taken the opposition along?
See, I think for the steps taken for the women reservation, I think we have done what should have been done. In 2023, when the same Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam was passed by the Parliament, it was unanimous.
Yeah.
So who would have thought, even in the wildest of the dreams, that the same parties would do a somersault and vote against the women reservation? Nobody could have thought. How can we even have the idea that the same parties would change the stand within 2 years' time?
No, but they are saying that 2023 bill, which was passed unanimously, you implement it now in the current Lok Sabha with 543 members.
No,
Why are you waiting for 850?
That is just a political argument.
Why do you say that?
Because in that bill itself, when we all voted in 2023, in that bill itself, it is said that it will be implemented on the basis of population census done after 26.
And then delimitation.
So it is already there. What is new? I actually fail to understand. Even if opposition parties desire to oppose the women reservation, they should have boldly said that they have changed their stand or they don't want to support. They shouldn't have taken this alibi of inserting delimitation and population census, because these were part of the provisions in the bill which we had passed.
But they are saying that it is the government that linked women's reservation to delimitation. There was no need to bring both
See,
together.
you have to understand one thing. When government takes a decision, you have to take it rationally.
Sure.
The 1971 census, we all know what was India's population then.
Correct.
And today, each parliamentary Lok Sabha seat is, in average, close to 26-27 lakhs. Some parliamentary seats have 40 lakhs plus. Some are few thousand, like Lakshadweep, 60,000.
Correct.
Okay, Lakshadweep may be a separate unit. But don't you think that within the state, there should be some rationalization? That is what it meant in that time when they freeze the seat. In 2021, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee government
2001, yeah.
did the Delimitation Act, it was said that till 2026,
Yes.
delimitation numbers of seats will be frozen. So don't you think it's a very rational that this is 2026? The seats were frozen till 26. Now it is 26. It is time to review. Secondly, in England, if each member of parliament represents 70,000 voters, and we are representing, say, 26 lakhs voters, don't you think that there should be at least increase of some seats? At least from 26 lakhs, it should be brought down to at least, say, 15 lakhs.
Yeah.
It's a very rational thing. Which nation, tell me, has the ratio of 26 lakhs is represented by one MP? Tell me. These are very common thing for anybody to go beyond politics and come to the table. So the increase of 50% of the seats is a very, very normal kind of a proposition which nobody should have even have objected to it.
No, so they are saying we are on board increasing the 50%, but why didn't the government put it in the text of the bill? Why didn't you put it in the draft of the bill that was
That
circulated?
is just a argument sake. They are saying it. Prime Minister, Home Minister, we all know that our intention is very genuine. We want to secure 33% seats for the women and increase the number of seats so that there's a fair representation all around. First, they made the argument that South Indian states are losing seats.
Yeah.
When it was made clear to them that it is a proportional rise of the numbers, then they shifted it, saying that it is not inserted in the thing, in the bill itself. I mean, there are certain things which are to be done by the Delimitation Commission. Government will have to give some kind of a roadmap. That's all. Everything is not decided in the bill. You know very well, you're a senior journalist. When we pass an act, certain things are to be done in the subordinate legislation. When we bring out the rules, the details are to be done in the rules. But when Home Minister has stated on the floor of the House that this is the intention of the government, he repeatedly said, because whatever you say is the assurance. It is a word. You can't fool the Parliament of India.
So will you make an attempt again, maybe in the next session or the
I
session
can't
after
say
that?
right now because Prime Minister has already said that we will ensure that the right of the woman
Will be.
are given at the right time. We will keep on making the
I
attempt.
just want to come to the concluding part. I want to ask you one question about the Northeast since you hail from there. Again, there seems to be some concerns about Manipur and the situation on the Manipur. What can you say to our viewers to assure them that things are under control?
See, Manipur issue is non-political basically. Unfortunately, because of the High Court order which triggered
Correct.
the violence. The violence in Manipur is not new. In the past, there were violent ethnic conflicts between Nagas, Kukis, Meiteis. So it had happened unfortunately in the past. There were certain misunderstandings between the three main communities. Unfortunately, Manipur was under tremendous upheavals, violence for a long time. When BJP came to power, we established peace for a considerable period of time.
Yeah.
Peace returned. Otherwise, earlier it used to be band call for months and months and months.
Correct.
So it got back to normalcy during BJP time. But unfortunately, the High Court judgment about conferring ST status to the Meiteis that triggered the violence. I'm not saying because of that violence started, but it caused the trigger.
Okay.
And then the problem started. So anybody who wants peace in Manipur should not play politics. They should go or join the government or join the communities and seek peace. Because government cannot go and use army just to maintain law and order. Both the communities, now presently Nagas and Kukis are having very difficult conflict
yeah.
again. So if the ethnic conflict is happening, in a large scale, then you have to appeal for the peace. If it's an individual clash or one village to another village or few families, then you can deploy force and then you can control it. But when it is a large scale violence, it's a full community involvement, then it's challenging. But despite that, Home Minister went and stayed 3 nights.
Yeah.
Which Home Minister had in the past had gone to Manipur and stayed for that long? And in the beginning of the conflict, the Minister of State was sent to Manipur and he was there for 21 days.
Yeah.
And Prime Minister started his Independence Day speech in the Red Fort with the appeal to the people of Manipur that the whole India stands with Manipur. Then later on, Prime Minister went to both Imphal Valley and Churachandpur and he made the appeal.
Okay.
So it's basically people are trying to play politics to drive some political benefits. So when Manipur was burning for such a long time, did we play politics? No. Did we say that the situation is going out of hand and the government is failure? We were with the government those days. So I appeal that when it comes to Manipur, don't play politics. Appeal to all the communities to abjure violence and come to the negotiating table, surrender arms, and get into negotiation and dialogue. That is the only way forward. The communities will have to live with each other. If one community says that I will not be able to live with you, then they are neighbors.
Correct.
You can't chase out one community completely. So ultimately we have to live together.
One final question. This season here in Delhi, the buzz is all about cabinet reshuffle. So next time we meet you, will it be a promotion, a demotion?
No,
what are you expecting?
We don't think about that because our government, led by Prime Minister Modi ji, is confined to our roles and responsibilities. We don't think about portfolios and promotions or demotions because I have been minister from the first day of Modi ji. So I've seen very closely. We are here to serve the nation. We don't think about what position I get. It is during Congress time. Everybody will play politics to get what portfolio they want because their interest is, along with portfolio, they will drive huge benefits. So benefits were attached to the portfolios and positions during the Congress time. Our government is completely opposite. In last 12 years, now it is 12 years of Modi government, have you seen any single minister involved in any corruption? Any senior officer of Modi government got involved in any of the scams or scandals? Nothing. Because the leadership is clean, strong, visionary, straightforward, and the art of governance is complete. There's no loophole here and there. That is why in our government, it is only the duty towards the nation which matters. Position and post, it's okay. We all are a collective team.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kiren Rijiju, for speaking with us here on Frankly Speaking.
My pleasure.
Thank you.